Hi everybody, thanks for joining me for today's video. Today's video is about rage, specifically narcissistic rage. I've made other videos about this before, but I have some more new information to add like always. But before I get started, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. Vote up or down, tell me what you think down below, share this video, and always comment and ask questions. I'll always respond. Thank you. Narcissistic rage. Well, first, rage. What is rage? What is it? Violent? I'd have to, this is going to be a video that goes against all the things I'm allowed to say on YouTube. So it may not do very well. I'd appreciate your support. But rage is violent, uncontrollable anger. Very important. That definition is very important in this video. Violent, uncontrollable anger. So the noun, that's the noun expressing it. The verb would be feeling. Feeling this violent, uncontrollable anger. Anger is a very, very strong feeling. And it consists of annoyance, displeasure, hostility, typically is what brings on this emotion of feeling angry. Anger is not bad. Emotions are not bad. They're not good. Some of them feel bad, some of them feel good. But they're not wrong or right or bad or good. They're just the way we are, and our body reacts to specific things, and it's better to just accept it and understand it and make ourselves feel better. Anger is not bad or wrong. We have to be careful how we express it, and that's where the violent part comes in. So often, I've been, narcissists love to provoke, don't they? They provoke, they prod, they poke, and all kinds of other things, criticize and set you up and lie to you, right? And if you react to it, it's how dare you, isn't it? I've been smear campaigned, and I've had people make videos about me over and over again. And if you react in any way they don't like it, it's like, how dare you? It's like if you defend yourself, oh, how dare you, right? Or if they do a bunch of things to make you angry, and if you just are angry, it's look, he's angry. Well, a smear campaign is based on anger. I'll get to that later. But anger on its own is not wrong. We have to be careful how we exhibit it, how we express it, okay? And violence is considered anything from screaming and yelling, hitting something. It could be throwing stuff, banging stuff, threatening. It doesn't have to just be someone attacking you. There's internet violence, there's financial violence, there's emotional violence, and there's physical violence. Okay, so we have to be careful how we exhibit or express our anger around people, because doing that, rage on its own, is very narcissistic, isn't it? It's, I don't care. I'm all about me, and I don't care how it makes you feel. I don't understand. I don't know. I don't care. Lacking empathy. It's just all about me. All that matters is me and how I feel right at this moment. So that's very important to remember. There's three types of anger. There's passive aggression. There's open aggression, and then there's assertive anger. So first, since we're talking about narcissists, or let's say narcissism, people that are narcissistic and rage being narcissistic, the passive aggression would be the covert. It's very covert, right? You may make me mad, and I may even smile or say, no, it's okay, no big deal, but I'll do something to you later. I'll punish you later. I might just bring it up after I screw you over. And you're like, why'd you do that to me? And I'll say, well, remember what you did to me a week ago? Passive aggressiveness. Then you have the very overtly narcissist, who's overtly angry and aggressive. May just come scream at you, yell at you, threaten you, hit you, right? Right out in the open, doesn't care. Then you have the assertive anger, which would be a healthy form of anger and expressing it to make something happen. If I'm angry at what you did, then I'm going to tell you made me angry so that I don't get angry anymore. Right? Or then I realize I have to leave the situation, not be around you anymore. Stuff like this, okay? That would be assertiveness, healthy. The overt's very obvious, isn't it? The overt narcissist, the yelling, the screaming, any displays of violence and uncontrollable. I think of narcissistic rage as always right below the surface. It's always right there, waiting to come out, isn't it? It could just be a look, and you know that they might go into rage. They might hit me. They might break something. They might yell at me. They might threaten me. They might leave me. And it's the threat also. Isn't it always the threat? So as you have the golden moments, periods of abuse, And the down times, even when it's golden, the threat is there. We're walking on eggshells. They could lose it at any moment. Always, it's always right there. Even when they're being nice, you know. I mean, I've seen narcissistic rage in men, mostly men. And I've seen it where I just didn't hear, they're talking forever. And you just didn't hear one thing they said. And so you ask a question, they say, and you guys getting along so well, right? Everything's great. You think you're connecting. I said this, I told you. And you're like, whoa. I mean, just immediate. Screw that conversation all over. It's done. Wow. Just like that. And you know, the threat of always being, the threat always there that I could fly into a violent, uncontrollable rage is damaging. I mean, it's so damaging. It's not just the physical abuse. It's not just the bad times. It's the golden times too, where it's not genuine. You're just always waiting. You don't want to say how you really feel or ask for what you really want or what you really need or call them out or say, hey, that was wrong or you made a mistake or anything. I mean, it's just constant, isn't it? That rage is always right there, right below the surface. Even if I'm smiling, it's right there. This is carried from their childhood, okay? Narcissists were raised with no accountability and no responsibility. And we might think in childhood that's spoiled, right? They had a great childhood. No. And in childhood might have been easier for them than their adulthood, but not easier for them than it was for us, who was taught some accountability and responsibility. For them, none. How they get their way is temper tantrums, right? Temper tantrums, rage. Rage is a temper tantrum. It's not like it. It means people that exhibit rage means that they had temper tantrums in their childhood that were never stopped, that were never checked. No responsibility, no accountability. That's where that comes in too, right? And it becomes accepted. It becomes a way that they get what they want and need. You see, there's a process to exhibiting rage, the noun. First, you have physical rage. This rage raises adrenaline. In the very narcissistic rage person, when they rage, when they start to exhibit it, adrenaline rises. It heightens strength, endurance, and senses. But it decreases their pain and memory. I think this can become addictive to them. Not only is it something that works for them, it's something that becomes addictive, those levels. And if they have enough pain emotionally, that rage covers that pain. It's a way for them to deal, I think, a cope. And this also may explain why they act like nothing's wrong afterwards. After they freak out and break everything and break up with you and go to bed and wake up in the morning and go, hey, babe. And you're like, the last time I just looked at you, you were a monster. You were raging out of control. I was so scared to death of you. I thought you might kill me. Everything's broken in the house. And you're just, hey, babe, going to work. Good morning. Bye. It's acceptable, and they lose some of the memory of it. But their mommy and daddy accepted that crap. Period. What's the big reason that causes this? For them to, I talked about the childhood causes no accountability. I mean, if you're still having temper tantrums by 4 or 5 years old, there's going to be a problem. And if you don't stop it by the time the child's 7 or 8, you don't. And that's the narcissistic person whose rage is carried on their whole life. They don't know why they're angry anymore. They don't even think they're angry anymore. They don't know themselves. Their parents rejected them. Their parents did not accept who they truly were. They wanted the ego. They wanted how the person looks, what the person does, accomplishes, smart, good looking, status. That's what the parents want from the child, and that's not who the child is. That part of the child is rejected. So what causes this is rejection, forms of rejection, not just saying no to the narcissist, but when the narcissist is vulnerable and contacts you and wants you in their life and you reject them. That's what's happened to every person that smeared me. I've rejected them. Either they didn't even meet them. I mean, there's somebody that I rejected 5 years ago online, tried to contact me and be in my life. I said no. And they're still making videos today, still today. They don't get what they want, and you reject their passes as a lover or a friend, or you end the relationship. And this sparks covert narcissistic rejection, which is an obsessive smear campaign. They will try to humiliate you just as you made them feel. You rejected their ego because they don't know who they are. Their self is so fragmented. All they are is the ego. And you rejected that, and they can't take that. And they'll do everything they can to somehow be better than you, to lower you, to humiliate you, to attack and assassinate your character. Obsessed. And that would be the extreme version, right? Imagine the most extreme version of I can't take rejection. I'm going to post things about you every day for years. Just accept the rejection. So much easier. Obsessed ego. Internet violence. That's the biggest form, isn't it? They can't control you. That's what a smear campaign. It can't control you. I'm so raged. I'm obsessed with you. I can't have you. I can't control you. I can't abuse you. I can't hurt you. I'll do everything I can to ruin your life and get other people to do it for me. Narcissistic rage. And it comes out in many different forms. But again, it's violent and it's uncontrollable. So when you know someone who's violent, whether it's financially violent, emotionally violent, physically violent, yells, screams, or internet violent, someone that posts videos trying to hurt people and attack people, all of this is narcissistic rage, and it's violence and it's uncontrollable. When you see someone who's obsessed about another person, it's uncontrollable anger. Okay? I added some new elements to the narcissistic rage topic in this video. Let me know what you guys think, and always ask questions, okay? The examples you guys give are great. Anybody watching this video, if you like it, go down into the comment section and read everyone's examples, questions and answers. They're beautiful. Thanks, and keep coming. I'll see you guys again. Take care of yourself, okay? Love yourself first. Bye-bye.